things just aren't going the way you imagined. But it's okay. It's gonna be alright. It might not be okay, but I can certainly say that I have faith that you will be okay. And so it might not be okay right now, but I trust that you will be okay, and it will be alright. Not now, maybe not tomorrow, but it will be okay. Okay, so shh, quiet that little head of yours. Okay, it's okay to have bad days, but those days don't define you. It's going to be okay. It will be okay. It's going to be all right, because I have faith in you. I believe that you will be all right. You will be okay in the end, because you have a strength inside of you that will not be squished easily. You're very stubborn. But that's okay, because sometimes you need to be stubborn. Sometimes you gotta push through. And when you do, it will be all right. It will be okay. It'll be okay. I don't want to hear any self-deprecating jokes. I don't want to hear any self-deprecation at all, actually. Because you will be okay. I don't want to hear any of this, I can't do it. You can do it. You will do it, because you are fully capable of doing it. Okay? And it will be all right. So, don't worry about what the future might hold, because it'll all be all right. It will be all right. Something that I say to myself whenever I'm feeling particularly stressed about something or worried about the future is this thing within my control? If the answer is yes, then why would I worry about it, because I'm in control? And if the answer is no, then why would I worry about it? I'm not in control. What will be will be. And you will be all right. I have faith in you. I believe in you. There is an indomitable there's no need to worry. And if you're not in control, there's no need to worry. Because either way, everything is well in hand. So, sometimes you gotta take a step back and breathe and fully assess the situation. Sometimes you have to take a step back and just let things play out. And both are equally viable options. Sometimes you have to analyze, and sometimes you have to just let things proceed. And it's easy to analyze. At least for me, it's easy to analyze. It's waiting for things to proceed. That's where I have problems. But I think that it'll work out in the end. It's going to be okay for you, for me, for everyone. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. So, whenever you feel overwhelmed, I want you to circle back to this video and just listen to it, internalize it if you must. I'm not much of a guru or any kind of spiritual leader. I'm very bad at it, actually. But that doesn't mean that I can't occasionally have little drops of wisdom. Not that I'm wise. But a free piece of wisdom for you is it's going to be okay because you are a very strong person, very talented, very capable, very able, and more than up to the task. Whatever lies before you, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. We like to think of the best case scenario and the worst case scenario, but when's the last time that the worst case scenario happened? Because I can assure you, every single time I think of the worst case scenario, it has never happened. My imagination is unfortunately too good, where I think, oh man, I bet this is gonna happen, and this is gonna happen, and this is gonna happen, and it's gonna be a complete failure. But that's not how it goes. It's never the worst case scenario. There's always something else, some positive to come out of something, a learning experience, or maybe it's just, an opportunity. You are going to be okay, though, because you have what it takes to be okay. It's easy to get wrapped up in life, but to paraphrase, because I don't remember the exact quote, a movie that I've never even seen, life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop to smell the roses, it'll pass you by. So, maybe you're stressing out about work, or school, or just life in general. Maybe you're not where you think you ought to be, or maybe you're comparing yourselves to others, which is not something you should do, because you're not others, you're you. But sometimes you just gotta take a little break and take a step back. That's what I did, and I'm doing much better now. And I think you are doing better than you think. You might be at a low point, but I still think you're better off than you think. I'm not going to give you some spiel about silver linings. What I will say, I have faith in you. You're a great person. People aren't out to get you. Mr. Charismatic, which I'm not. It's because people don't waste their time trying to get others. It's much easier to get along with people. If you meet someone you don't like, you just usually don't think about them. But you're going to be okay. No matter what happens, you will be okay because you will land on your feet. You might scrape your bum a little along the way, but you'll be okay. You'll land on your feet. It's just the way things go sometimes. It's going to be okay. 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 It's going to be okay, alright, and just peachy. Life sucks sometimes, but it'll be okay. It's going to be okay. It is going to be okay. It's gonna be alright, just honky-dory. Wunderbar. You're gonna be fine. I'm trying not to rely on old cliches, but, cliches are cliches for a reason. They're old reliables. Speaking of reliable, you're very reliable, because you're gonna be okay. You are consistently okay. That sounds like an insult. You're better than okay, but it will be okay. The current situation you're in will be okay. There is always something to So, don't worry about it. It's going to be okay. It's going to be alright. You will be fantastic. Because you're always fantastic. I have faith in you. I believe in you. You're gonna rock it. Because you are. I'm not gonna say awesome because that's overplayed. You're great. You are great. Truly wonderful. And I'm glad I got to share this moment with you. So, it'll be okay. It'll be alright. And I hope that you fall asleep